Hi, my name's Sierra. I'm a rising senior, and my family has decided to tour colleges to see which one will be the best fit for me as I plan to pursue a career in the medical field. Let's get into it. The drive up to Barry was super nice. I know that a lot of people have certain reservations about the area surrounding Barry since it is such a small town. Rome is literally in the middle of nowhere, but for me that's exactly what I want. I feel like Barry really gives you like that idealistic view of college and like what a college town would be like, and when I think of college I think of Barry. Something that I feel like you guys need to know about Barry is that it is such a big school. It's on 27,000 acres, which is literally crazy. It's so much farmland, so basically everything that you need is on the campus. You really don't have to leave the campus if you're going there, and there are some amenities and like some super small shopping centers nearby, so you can still have like a Walmart, you know, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Bojangles, a few fast food restaurant options. So I mean, no, there's not a Target, anything like that. You definitely are dealing with a small town, but like I said, there's so many things on campus that it really doesn't bother me personally. But like if you want more of like a big city vibe, Barry probably wouldn't be for you. But yeah, I was loving it. There were cows, there was farmland. It was honestly the perfect country dream if that's what you're looking for. We got there a little bit early, so we decided to walk around a little bit. One, because it was cold, so we didn't want to like stay outside, so we explored the Cranert Center, and inside Cranert you'll find a bookstore. I got this sweatshirt. I know that the Barry colors are blue and white, but I seen the green one and I was like immediately, yes, this is the one that I want to get. I also got this tumbler. I have been wanting one of these for such a long time because I'll always have like glasses for my coffee and stuff, and those sweat out, but with these they don't, and so you can like keep your coffee cold without having to deal with like it sweating out and getting onto your coaster. So this is honestly perfect. There's also a post office in Cranert, and then they have a Chick-fil-A, a Subway, and a Starbucks. So yet again, you have a lot of options on campus. That way you don't have to go off campus, especially if you're not planning on getting a car your first year. First part of the preview day was a lunch, and this was a free lunch provided by Barry College specifically for the preview day. It was inside of a dining hall right next to Cranert, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, it was 11 a.m. so I was still having like a brunch moment. I literally just got eggs and tater tots. It was nothing fancy. After the lunch we had an academic block party, and this was probably my favorite part of the preview day. It was honestly like a college and career fair type thing. You can just imagine like a huge white tent, and there was a bunch of professors and a few students as well who were there to give you a little bit more insight about whichever major you're hoping to pursue. And like I said, the professors are so nice and down to earth there. They really care about just making you thrive and excel as a student, and even just as you're transitioning into adulthood. And I feel like you're more than just a number at Barry. Like I said, it's more of like a family, and they're there to help you. They're there to mentor you, and I feel like that's something that I haven't always seen at, you know, other schools that I've been to. So I just really love this aspect. Even though Barry sits on 27,000 acres, the student to teacher ratio is 11:1, so you're really getting more of a one-on-one experience with your teachers and a smaller classroom environment. Again, this might be something that you like, or it could be something that you don't like. It really just depends on what you're looking for. For me, I've been to a small Christian school, and so I know how beneficial it is when you have smaller classrooms, because you can really get that help with your teachers and you can actually connect with them on more of a personal level. Again, you're not just a number, and that's something that I really like. As I was talking to some of the professors, they were telling me that the largest classroom you'll probably have would be up to 40 students, and that's still rare. That's something that you're going to see more often in your freshman year when you have some of those core classes that you need to fulfill. But as you go on up into your sophomore, junior, and senior year, you're probably going to see smaller classroom sizes. And I mean, as you niche down into your major, that's something that I feel like is inevitable. You're going to have those smaller classes, which again, if you like that, that's cool. If you don't, it's probably not going to be something that you like. Main thing that really intrigues me about Barry is their LifeWorks program. I'm going to try to explain this to the best of my ability, but essentially depending on whatever major you're in, you're going to get experience in that field, and you're going to get paid to do it. The job that you take in the LifeWorks program doesn't necessarily have to be towards your major, but it can be. This program is essentially what is setting Barry students apart from others who apply to graduate school, because yet again, they're getting that experience, they're getting mentored by their professors, majors, and that's just something that you're not always going to see at every school. And so I feel like this is definitely something that I would want to take advantage of if I do go to Barry. I just love that you have the opportunity to shadow and really get hands-on experience, because maybe you could go into something thinking that you want to go into one major, but then you do the LifeWorks program and you see, hey, this isn't for me. Then you can maybe back out before it's too late and before you've actually gotten settled into college, which definitely will help to save money and time. After the academic block party, we went to our first session, and this was basically a general overview of the history of Barry, academics, and everything that you need to know about the admissions process. One thing that I love about Barry is how their founder, Martha Barry's legacy has been continued on, and not even just continued on, but honored throughout the years. I have never seen a school that cares about their founder as much as Barry does. School has so many different events throughout the year, whether it's Marthapalooza, Mountain Day, you name it, that are there to carry on Martha Barry's legacy and just to show everything that she did for service, for the educational realm, and even just how the school was started as a Sunday school is amazing. I love how it's built on Christian principles and foundations, and you can really see that in the heart of the people who are there. The thing that I really like about Barry is that test scores are not required there, so you don't have to submit your SAT or ACT scores, which really works out for me. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna get on the test scores, but for me, I'm a very good student. I put a lot of effort into my work, but testing is not necessarily my strong suit, so having that option is so amazing, because one test does not define who you are as a person. Of course, I want to do good on the SAT and ACT, but on the occasion that I don't, it's really nice to know that I have this option. Also, a lot of scholarships that you can get, whether it's a national merit scholarship, or if you're in Georgia, we have the Hope and Zell Miller, so those are some things that can help to pay towards the tuition. After the first session, we broke up into small groups and we went on a tour around the campus. We got to see a bunch of the buildings, and it was really nice. I love the campus. It gives me, like I said, that idealistic college experience vibe where it's like, this looks straight up like a movie. Campus is so big. Most of it is just farmland, trails, and other things like that. Most of the academic centers and buildings are all in one central area, and so I feel like you wouldn't necessarily get lost. I mean, I'm sure it'll take some time to get acclimated into that environment, but I really liked how everything was easy to find. You could get a map, find your way along there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see the inside of the residence halls due to COVID regulations, but we did get to see the outside of Ford, which is the castle that probably everyone recognizes and thinks of when you hear Barry. It was honestly surreal. It felt like we were in an alternative universe. It was so beautiful. And another thing that I want to mention about Barry is that all of the students are required to live on campus all 4 years, and so again, you're really getting ingrained in that environment, and you have literally no choice but to make connections with people and to make good friends. Also have many different options for dorms. Again, Ford Complex is the one that is a castle. I honestly can't even imagine how lovely it would be to wake up to that every single day. Like, that would just be perfect. Also have cabins that house somewhere from 7 to 16 people, I'm pretty sure, and I think that might be for upperclassmen, but we were able to drive around and see those, and they're very spread out. I love the feel, and I love that you have that option. They have townhouses as well. They have more dorms apart from Ford as well if you don't want to stay in that castle environment all 4 years, but I just really love that there's a variety of options, that you have many things to choose from. And then after the tour was over, we went to another session, and this was just giving you the Barry basics, as they call it, just more information about the school, everything that you need to know. They were giving us some information about the social life on school. There are events every single weekend on campus, which is really nice because you know that there's always going to be something fun to do. Also heard a little bit about their religious life, which y'all know me, I was super excited for that part. They have chapel, which isn't required, but you can go if you want to. In addition, they also have religious groups for whatever denomination you identify with, which is perfect because you don't have to get clustered into one group. You can kind of move around and see what you prefer. Honestly really nice, because from this session I was seeing that everything that I'm already doing in high school, be it with my academics and clubs, is things that I would also get to continue on in Barry. So you just have a very well-rounded experience. Since it is a liberal arts college, they want you to be a student who's not just interested in your major, but you know things outside of your major as well. One more thing, if you're looking for a place to rest your head and stay overnight, they just built a new hotel called the Fairfield Inn by Marriott, and it's literally a minute away from the Barry campus. It's on Barry property, but it's not actually on the campus, so you will have to drive, but yet again, it's only a minute away. I think that just about sums up the Barry trip. I know this was a lot, and there's probably so many things that I'm missing because it really was an overload of information, but I hope that this gave you guys a little bit more insight into what Barry is about, what it was like just going for the preview day, and what they care about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.